Thank you very much, Mr. Speaker. I was excited yesterday to announce the new approach that we're taking to teach all our students French in our province in the Anglophone sector. It's a goal that we need to have as an inclusive province, and wanting to have a bilingual population, I think, is something that's extremely important. At the same time, as we're doing that, we're also going to be able to look at reading recovery, so that we have students reading at grade level by the end of grade 2, which was something that I was asked questions about after Kelly Lamrock had his speech here just a short while ago. We're prepared to commit the resources necessary to ensure the success of this program, Mr. Speaker. I know it's been called many things. It's New Brunswick's Innovative Immersion Framework. We're going to continue with our consultations.
Minister of Education and Early Childhood Development.
Thank you, Mr. President. The recruitment of new teachers is an ongoing exercise. It's one that's not new in terms of looking for teachers that can teach French. When I worked at district office and was responsible for French second language and French immersion, there was one available French teacher in the province to hire. This is not a new thing. We're going to continue to work to hire teachers as soon as possible. We're doing it today as we speak. We're going to continue to do it into the future. We can't take teachers from one system to the other because that doesn't resolve any issues. There are, however, D-contract teachers that will look for B-contract positions or even another D-contract position because they want to work next year. So if that happens to be a teacher teaching in one sector that sees a job in another sector, then they'll apply for that. If they're successful, they're successful. That's what happens today. It's nothing new. It is a challenge. We're going to face the challenge head on. We're going to find the resources that we need. This program will be a great success.
Minister of Education and Early Childhood Development.
Merci, Monsieur le Président. Ça n'aurait aucun effet négatif sur ce qu'on va faire et l'apprentissage pour nos enseignants. Au moment donné, ce qui est je ne sais pas si c'est une secrète au Nouveau-Brunswick, mais on a les enseignants dans notre province qui enseignent un programme appelé Immersion, qui n'ont pas les qualifications. Ce n'est pas leur faute, mais ils n'ont pas les qualifications qui ont été prédites pour avoir un enseignant pour le faire. Alors, à travers notre province, il y a des salles de classe où les parents ont l'impression qu'ils ont un programme d'immersion, mais ce n'est pas vrai. Ce qu'on va faire, on va assurer qu'on a une population bilingue dans notre province. On va commencer à la maternelle et la première année l'année prochaine. Thank you, Mr. President. I'm confounded by the question. Because we've had a program in New Brunswick where we offered 50-50 split between English and French instruction, immersion program, that had marvelous results, great results that equal and exceeded the current results from the early immersion program. Not only that, Mr. Speaker, many places in Ontario, their model is 50% English, 50% French, which I believe is supported by Canadian Parents for French in Ontario. So I'm not quite sure why someone would think we're watering something down when we want to ensure that all students have the ability to converse in French.
Minister of Education and Early Childhood Development.
Thank you again, Mr. Speaker. That's a question that, you know, we've said that we're going to move and use the Common European Framework to evaluate our students and their language proficiency, which in terms of conversational French, intermediate, which is, as it was previously known, or level 3, in the different forms that we've measured that, would be the minimum standard that we're looking for, okay, the minimum standard. The question about will students be prepared to work in the government, and will they need proficient language skills to work for our government? Well, that's what we have now. Of course that's going to be what we're going to continue to look for. We want people that have the capacity to speak both languages, to serve all our citizens in both official languages. Our program, we will get there with this program. It's an excellent program. And it might be that it wasn't, you know, it was a 10-year pilot in Bathurst. It wasn't a one-year blip.
Time. The Minister of Education and Early Childhood Development.
Merci, Ministre le Président. À propos des pourcentages, ça dépend de comment vous voyez ça. Si vous comparez ce qu'on fait avec un petit groupe des élèves déjà, et le pourcentage d'enseignement français qu'ils ont, puis on transfère ça à 100% de nos élèves, et qu'est-ce qu'ils vont recevoir? Je ne sais pas si les membres de l'autre côté ont les mêmes questions à propos de l'Ontario, où ils font ce qu'on ferait. Donc, on va, et au niveau secondaire, ça ne va pas vraiment changer. Les élèves auront la chance, comme ils ont aujourd'hui, de continuer avec l'apprentissage de la langue française pour avoir l'enrichissement dans des autres cours, tels que c'est l'histoire, la science, les mathématiques, tout ce qu'on peut enseigner, tout ce qu'on enseigne aujourd'hui dans nos écoles secondaires seront disponibles. Thank you, Mr. Speaker. Rien n'est fait incomplet. Comme what I said yesterday, we've announced a framework. We've had consultations in New Brunswick for 2 years. We've consulted with parents, we've consulted with teachers, we've consulted with students. We're going to continue those consultations into the new year. Do you know why, Mr. Speaker? Because New Brunswickers, teachers, students, parents have great ideas. There's wonderful ideas out there that we can incorporate into this framework. I'm positive. So that's what we want to do. And that's why we're having consultations. And that's why yesterday was launched online a survey for everybody in New Brunswick to participate in. I'm going to do something new in my life. I'm going to have 2 Facebook Live sessions, and that's accessible to, I don't know, everybody, I guess. It's going to be a new experience for me. Why are we doing what we're doing? It's quite simple, Mr. Speaker. We want to improve the Anglophone education system. It's not a mystery. Okay? We have a system of streaming that's in place that disadvantages the majority of our students. We're implementing a system that's proven in Ontario to work to attain a high level of French that's going to allow for all of our students, Mr. Speaker, to learn at the minimum conversational French and to have enrichment opportunities to grow their level of French. You know, this is something that the opposition should be supporting wholeheartedly. We want to help our children in the Anglophone school system.
Time.